Are companies in USA hiring data analyst roles in masses?
Yes, because I have seen many open positions for data analyst when I'm applying for job opportunities. So I can say yes, they are hiring.
What will be the typical salary for a fresher in data analysis?
It could be around $80K to $100K in USA.
So can people with different backgrounds like computer science, electronic, business management, can they switch to data analysis?
Of course, absolutely yes, because it is irrespective of the academic background. It is about the skill set you are having. If you really have the skill set in Python, SQL, or the business intelligence tools, you can definitely become the data analyst.
Can you share your experience, especially during your masters and when you started applying for data analyst roles?
I started applying to roles even before I got graduated. And even I got many rejections, but I kept on applying and I could finally find this role.
Coming to one main question, Sucharitha, can you outline a solid roadmap for someone who is going to start or someone who is new to data?
You should start with basic.
Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast. In this episode, we're going to talk how to become a data analyst in USA. So if you're a fresher or thinking to transition from any other career to data analysis, then this podcast is for you. We have Sucharitha with us in this episode. She is an international student and she has an excellent academic performance. And she also got placed as a data analyst after completing a master's in USA. So we're going to ask her a complete roadmap to become a data analyst in USA and what will be the salaries and is it a good option for freshers to choose this path? And also we're going to ask her detailedly how to apply for these data analysis roles. So please don't skip the video and watch the podcast till end. And wait, if you're an international student who are doing masters in USA, then pause for a second and subscribe to my channel because I'm going to upload more podcasts like this. So which can be really helpful for you to know the interview process, application approaches, and resume building tips from many professionals who got placed into top tech companies. So please do subscribe to my channel. So hi Sucharitha, thanks for joining the podcast.
Thanks for having me in this podcast.
It's a pleasure to have you here, Sucharitha. So before we dive into the podcast, can you briefly introduce yourself to our audience?
Sure. I'm Sucharitha Kudappa, computer science master's graduate from University of North Texas. I completed my bachelor's in electronics and communication engineering from Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology. I was the gold medalist and Star of Excellence awardee. Currently, I'm working as data analyst. This is a crisp introduction about me.
So coming to our first question, which everyone has in their head, what is data analysis and what does a data analyst typically do?
Sure. Data analysis is the combination of art, science, and data analysis techniques to say a story within the data.
Okay.
Data analysts typically cleanse the data, process the data, produce the visualizations, generate the reports, and get meaningful insights from the data that are really helpful to the business or organizations.
So are companies in USA hiring data analyst roles in masses?
Yes, because I have seen many open positions for data analyst when I'm applying for job opportunities. So I can say yes, they are hiring.
What will be the typical salary for a fresher in data analysis?
It could be around $80K to $100K in USA.
What can be the max salary one can achieve with these experiences?
With experiences, the numbers I mentioned previously can go high. So I don't know the exact number, but it could be around 180K or so.
Can freshers choose data analysis as their career option in USA?
Of course, if they are really passionate in data science opportunities and they really want to pursue their career as a data analyst and they have problem solving skills, analytical skills, they can choose data analyst position as their career option. And data is everywhere. It's the heart of every business organization and it could be really a good start.
So, and one more question which everyone has is, do you have to know coding to become a data analyst?
I don't say it's mandatory to know coding, but basic understanding of any programming language can be added advantage to become a data analyst.
So can people with different backgrounds like computer science, electronics, business management, Can they switch to data analysis?
Of course, absolutely yes, because it is irrespective of the academic background. It is about the skill set you are having. If you really have the skill set that suits the data analyst positions, like you have your skill set in Python, SQL, or the business intelligence tools, you can definitely become the data analyst. It is irrespective of the academic background.
Even you transition from different career path to data analysis, right? Can you
Yes,
highlight the point?
sure. I completed my bachelor's in electronics and communication engineering. Later, I have some experience as a business analyst. Here, I have done my computer science as master's. But I have a strategic approach in taking courses in my coursework. Like, I plan to take more courses related to this data analysis. Like, I took advanced data analytics, data science visualizations, and introduction to big data, data mining. So all related to this data analysis thing. Then I started exploring. I did some good projects in this. So I have some good skill set. So I applied to data analyst positions. So it's not like switch. It's like you should have the skills if you're really passionate about doing some jobs. So yeah.
So one more question everyone has, every other freshers has is, uh, if someone who have done other majors in masters and they're thinking to do data analyst roles in US after completing a masters and bachelors, is it possible for them,
Yes, of course.
or is it mandatory for them to take data analysis as their majors in masters?
No, that's not required. If they are sure and if they really want to do advanced data analytics like ADTA as their major, they can choose. But the computer science graduates also can do data analyst roles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming to our main question, Sucharitha, can you outline a solid roadmap for someone who is going to start or someone who is new to data analysis?
Sure. You should start with basic things because foundations are very important. Learn SQL, learn SQL very depth, okay? And coming to programming language, any programming language, but I prefer Python. Have basic understanding, like you need to understand and read the code, and you should do basic level coding. Next, have hands on the business intelligence tools like Tableau, Power BI, and know some formulas and functionalities in Excel. And next, explore data analysis techniques.
Okay.
Next, build up the projects, have hands on with that, and showcase that projects in your resume. And this roadmap is very helpful. I followed this.
So the roadmap is start with SQL
Yes.
and followed by Python, and you have to explore tools like Power BI and Tableau and do
Yes.
some projects at the end, right?
Yes.
So what will be some resources which are free or paid, which a fresher can use it to learn SQL, Python, and Power BI and Tableau tools like that?
Sure. Many YouTube videos are available for free of cost. You can check out YouTube videos like in your preferred language, actually. And as an UNT student, we have access to UNT Career Academy. There we can register for free to Coursera. And also we can do some specialization certificates there. I personally did some courses. For example, I have done to know about the business intelligence tool. I have taken the certificate called Introduction to Business Analytics.
Okay.
That is from Tableau, and that is also through Coursera. Next, I have taken Google specialization that is Google Business Intelligence specialization, in which they will be covering about data everywhere, the insights to the path of data, and some foundations to business intelligence and all. So you can check out the videos in Coursera.
And one more thing, guys, universities are whether you're doing bachelor's or master's, universities provide you free of cost Coursera courses. So do check with your university. They will be providing you some courses like Sucharitha mentioned.
Yes.
They will be free of cost. So I'll provide the links of courses which Sucharitha mentioned in the descriptions. Do check with them. Coming to our next question, Sucharitha, what will be the general interview process for a data analysis roles?
You can expect multiple rounds for technical skills and as well as the behavioral rounds.
Okay.
In technical rounds, they can ask you related to SQL. They can ask you related to Python. They can ask you related to business intelligence tools. They can ask you related to some data analysis techniques. And they, whatever you have mentioned in the resume matters. They will see whether the skills mentioned in your resume suits the position they are looking to hire. Okay. And in behavioral, they will see whether you will be good enough for the organization.
Okay.
This level of rounds you can expect, but I suggest keep some good if you are a fresher, keep some good projects in your resume to showcase them that you really have skills in it and you have utilized those skills in the projects, and keep the numbers up, how your projects has impacted a particular challenge or problem statement.
Okay. So can you share your experience with interviews which you have done for data analyst roles?
Sure. My interview went well, actually. It was 2 rounds of interview. They have questioned about my technical skill set and also the behavioral. They have asked mostly from my resume, and I provided my projects GitHub links. So I can show the projects I have done more realistic. Like I can showcase them in the GitHub, and I have shown some visualizations as well.
Thanks for detail explaining the interview process, Sucharitha.
Yeah.
And coming to applying for jobs, how can someone effectively look and apply for data analysis roles in USA, and especially highlighting if a student is an international student?
First of all, you should be looking for the data analyst positions in the careers of respective company website pages, like company careers page. Next, I have applied through Indeed, ZipRecruiter, Monster, many other websites are available. And also, you need to have strong LinkedIn profile, because the interviewer might also consider your LinkedIn profile. They might see. And I used to apply jobs through LinkedIn, but it's my last option. But I used to always apply through careers. And that's that's enough.
So you mentioned that you used to apply jobs
Yes.
more preferably from the career portals
Yes.
other than LinkedIn. So why don't you prefer LinkedIn on compared with the career portals?
I do prefer LinkedIn, but than LinkedIn, I prefer Careers Portal, because applying directly to companies' careers is effective, what I think. And also, if you apply through LinkedIn, make sure you reach out to the recruiter who has posted the job position. Also have good networking. Even references can work.
So can you share your experience, especially during your master's and when you started applying for data analyst roles?
Sure. I started applying to roles even before I got graduated. Also, I have a clear idea that I want to pursue my career as a software engineer or a data analyst. So I have a strategic approach for that. I have taken the courses in my coursework only related to software engineering and data analyst positions. So by doing those courses and the projects, I really gained hands-on on the skill set that are required for data analyst positions. What I did is when I'm applying for the jobs, I used to brush up the skills that are mentioned in the job description.
Mhm.
Then also I would like to advise, don't put entire time on learning or entire time on applying. You should be able to divide the time. You should put your time on learning as well as applying.
Mhm.
And even I got many rejections, but I kept on applying, and I could finally find this role.
So, are there enough open positions for data analyst roles on comparing it with software engineering roles? What do you find most? Is there like, what do you think which has more job opportunities, software engineering or data analyst?
Both has its own pros and cons. I
Mhm.
cannot say uh, this has more openings or this has more openings,
Mhm.
but I really found both has openings. Even software engineering position has the openings, data analyst position has the openings, but it's up to you to choose.
Mhm.
But for me, it's like I want to see the skills. If my skill set really matches that profile, I used to apply.
Mhm.
And in this competitive world, to answer your question, are there enough data analyst position opening?
Mhm.
There are data analyst position openings, but
Mhm.
they also look for extraordinary candidate, right? Like,
Okay.
you have some basic knowledge in data analyst position, but you also have some domain knowledge, and you also have some trending knowledge in machine learning or artificial
Mhm.
intelligence, then your resume will be eye catching.
Okay. So you mentioned that companies, so to stand out from others, you have
Yes,
to
you
have
need to
some.
stand out from
Mhm.
others. Exactly.
So to stand out specifically from others, you have to have some domain knowledge as
Yes.
well as some technologies like machine learning and all. It could add an added advantage for your job search, right?
Yes.
So, Shrita, what makes a great resume? What makes a good solid resume while applying for data analysis roles?
Yes, resume is important because it will show your skills to the recruiter, right?
Mhm.
So I used to apply to many jobs with the basic resume I have. I got rejections. Then I have scheduled a meeting with my career advisor in UNT. Then she has given me valuable insights, and she helped me to reshape and
Mhm.
enhance my resume. Structure of the resume is very important. It
Mhm.
should be crisp, but at the same time, it should show how effective your resume is. Also, try to mention more numbers in the resume, like the accuracy you got in the project, or how well your project is impacting is matters. Also, add some if you have some certifications and publications, add it to the resume and follow the standard structure. And that's it to have good resume.
Do you
it
have
it
any
it should
do you have
not
any
be
tips and hacks which can
like
be useful while making a resume?
Yes, I have done my resume in Overleaf actually. I
Mhm.
took the standard template. I have formatted my resume, and whatever skills I have mentioned in my skills section, I will make sure that were used in my projects or previous experience,
Mhm.
and I will put on the percentage number, because this is the percentage of accuracy I got when I have done this project.
Mhm.
In such a way, I used to keep the project section, and I have added my certifications and publications.
Okay. And thanks for detailedly explaining how should a resume look like for a data analyst roles.
Okay.
And coming to a final question, Sucharitha, do you have any final advice for students who are thinking who are thinking to get a data analysis roles and who are specifically who are like international students in USA and thinking to apply for data analysis roles?
Yes, like, you should be more focused on gaining hands on experience.
Mhm.
Uh, Take mock interviews if possible. Also, build your resume so strong. Be confident and consistent. Be with positive people and positive mindset. Also, believe the process and hard work. Work on yourself. Update yourself with the latest skills and technologies. Know about what industry is expecting from you. Build some domain knowledge. These are the key factors that can really matter to land a data analyst position.
So many are getting rejections, many are applying for thousands of jobs. So what will be your suggestion for them? With your experience, what will be your suggestion for them? Like how many jobs you applied and how many rejections you got, so that it can be an example for them to keep applying even though they get rejections.
Yes, I got many rejections. I'm applying from even before I get graduated, like from the last 2 semesters, I'm applying. I got rejections. It's a learning process. So don't give up. Take breaks, but work consistently. And what you should know is, if a company has opened some position, you should know what they are expecting. You should know what that particular business organization or industry is working on. So you learn those things and showcase that in your resume, and definitely you will find a job.
I think I've covered all the questions, Sucharitha, and your advice will be really helpful for students or people who are new to data analysis. So, especially for international students who have many doubts how to become a data analyst in USA, your advice will be really helpful for them. It was a complete roadmap for them. And thank you very much for being in this podcast and sharing your experience with us, Sucharitha.
Thank you. And I'm really happy if this roadmap will be useful and someone finds some good job in data analyst positions. And I'm glad to be in this podcast as well.
Thank you, Sucharitha. And guys, I'll be providing Sucharitha's LinkedIn link in my description. Do check out her profile in LinkedIn. So she also provides some tips and hacks in LinkedIn, so you can go and check it out. And guys, if you like this podcast, please do subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more podcasts like this. So that will be all for this episode. We'll see you in the next podcast, guys. Keep watching and start learning. Thank you. See you.
Thank you.